Ian,
Chris.
we are here for episode 8 of
Crite Night! Minute 9.
I'm not feeling this minute. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a transitional minute.
It's very transitional. I don't like how...
Transition from the breakfast that we've talked about the last couple episodes into police station where we're introduced to some new characters.
Yeah.
But we didn't quite get to the character we really want to be introduced. He's mentioned, but
Charlie.
Not seen, yes.
But you know what? It just leaves me...
I think we're going to meet Charlie in the next minute.
This just really leaves me on a sour note because we watched Dee Wallace make bacon.
Mm-hmm.
We watched her make possibly home fries. We watched her make eggs. At the last minute, she's bringing out biscuits. Fucking biscuits.
Biscuits are a very common breakfast food in country homes.
Everyone sits down for
You
literally...
ever had biscuits and gravy?
Have you ever made biscuits?
No, I don't like biscuits.
But biscuits take time. Everyone sits down literally 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they're gone. Fuck you, Mom.
This is
You've been 4 hours. You got up at 2:45. You've been slaving over that stove for 5 hours. You made biscuits, and they don't even eat any of them.
And again, this is a pretty tropey, character-building, breakfast-type scene from a family movie you see all over the 80s where kids are rushing out. The mom finally gets a chance to sit down and relax. And say, oh, thanks, Mom. Thank you for a wonderful breakfast. Nobody ever appreciates me. Kind of a moment that you see in every television show and every movie that revolves around a family in the 80s.
This is the thing. If you're this lady then, and this happens all the time to you, stop making so many goddamn biscuits. Or just like make them once and then, you know, they're like 3 months old and then somebody finally eats the biscuit. And it's like, oh, well, what do you want?
Just a movie, Chris.
We do get a really good shot of the kitchen though. You see the full layout. Because I was a little confused about the placement of the stove to the fridge. And there is so much room in this kitchen. I now understand why they have 2 tables.
Okay.
But why would you sit at that
Why are we
little
spending
shitty
this
table
much time?
as opposed to sitting at the nice table?
Because it has a nice tablecloth on it that you don't want to ruin just over your quick breakfast. And it's more convenient.
That is such an old person thing to say.
Yes, it is.
Like, why would you use the table?
I'm trying to get into the head of the mom here. That's where you have guests. You have guests at the dining room table. There's decorations, a nice tablecloth.
Do you think this fruit that we get in this...
The kitchen table is much more utilitarian.
So is this fruit fake?
Oh, and certainly, just like the whole set is fake.
Well, why would you put fake fruit on a table?
Why not? I mean, in the movie, it's fake. If you were going to pretend where this is real life, I don't know, maybe.
I think this is a real house.
No,
I think this is a real house.
It's everything. Looks,
I think this is a real house.
Everything looks simultaneously brand new and yet very old. It looks very old, but also completely unused.
She made biscuits from scratch. You think she ain't fucking scrubbing those floors and stuff after this?
No, those floors have never been cleaned because they're brand new. They were made to look old in style. Like you've got this very 70s, possibly even 60s color choices for the cabinets.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Very old looking refrigerator even for the 80s because they're trying to capture this country kind of, backwards is not the right word, but you know, a little behind fashion times and all of that. It's small town Americana. So this is totally a set.
I think this is a real house. Okay, and then it just says... We're done with the family for now. We're moving on, and we're introduced to 2 new characters.
Yes.
Which is Lynn Shay's character, who plays
Sally,
a receptionist at the police station.
And we immediately get to know her character a little bit because she's a big reader of the National Enquirer.
And that is pretty clever writing.
Yes.
Because you're like, immediately like, oh, this is just a goofy kind of...
Yeah. She's clearly a bit bored.
Yeah.
She has time to spend on this nonsense, even at the start of the day when you should be getting into your day. A bit of a ripoff of the National Enquirer, I guess we should point out, in case that's not obvious.
Okay, let's read some of these National Enquirer headlines.
Let's do it.
Mr. Spock is the father of my baby.
Liz saved from drowning by hog. Hold on. Robot waiter runs amok in restaurant.
That's the one I want to talk about.
I want that movie.
That's the movie we need to make.
No, this is what I want to see as a scene in Critters Attack.
There you go.
How great would that be?
And mother raffles baby to pay for change?
College, probably?
For sex change.
For sex change. Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is weird for a PG, 13 movie.
And she talks about an article to the sheriff
about John Travolta.
About John Travolta being a waiter or something? That seems way less interesting than
Whoa,
everything.
maybe he's the robot. I've seen Battlefield Earth.
I haven't.
What?
You excited to see Lynn Shay naked in Room for Rent coming up?
What?
Pearls all over this movie. Tell you
so
what.
many pearls.
What was the sister's name?
Ashley?
No.
Erica?
No.
Cameron?
No.
Diaz?
In any case.
Okay.
Betsy?
No.
No. In any case.
Shirley? You must be crazy.
She had pearls. The secretary here has pearls. We're introduced to E. Emmett Walsh's character as well, the sheriff, Harv.
Harv, who comes in, right next to him is a picture of a little boy hanging on a wall at the police station, which is a little weird.
Again, small town.
Small town.
He's probably been the sheriff for 3 decades.
He's eating something.
Some nuts or something.
He's eating some nuts. And there's whisperings of another character who is...
They mention there's somebody sleeping it off.
Sleeping what off is what my question is.
Probably drunkenness, I would assume.
Sleeping off.
But it's Charlie.
Charlie.
If you're new to the if this is your discovery of Critters, you don't know who Charlie is yet, you'll get to know Charlie. If you're a big fan, Charlie's one of the most important characters in the Critters
whole franchise, yeah.
We've also got mentions of the bowling tournament. Apparently the bowling tournament is big in this movie. If you've just watched these few minutes so far, you think, wow, this is the culminating scene is going to be a bowling tournament. I don't really remember bowling tournament playing that much into it. Like, that's not something that registers in my memory.
So do you think they did that because the critters roll like bowling balls?
Whoa. Chris,
you
should be a movie reviewer or something. I didn't even think of that. I don't know. Maybe there was a bowling scene and I just don't remember it.
It is like a small town kind of... Although,
yeah,
most people like bowling, right?
Yeah.
That's not... I don't know.
There's definitely got to be a payoff for this. Is it just I'm upset I didn't get to do the bowling thing because we're dealing with the critters. Or maybe is there a character that, grabs a critter and, tosses it at the other critters to knock them down or something?
I don't know.
I don't remember. There's got to be a payoff for this, and I just don't remember what it is.
I don't know.
I guess we'll get there. Hang in there with us, viewers.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't really blown away by this minute.
It's fine.
Kind of disappointed.
It's all set up, man.
Yeah, it's all set up.
But I just think it's important to take the time to establish all these characters in their town so that, when it gets bad, you care. If you don't spend the time on that, you don't care.
If you don't put in the time with the characters, you don't care about the characters. And I agree.
They're pretty dense in their character development. They're not just, telling you, hey, I am so-and-so, and I like this. It's... you're kind of seeing their interests and their likes and their personality through their interactions.
Exactly. That's where the writing shines through. All those little details we've been talking about with the dad and the mom and how she, and again with the secretary lady here. It's not in your face, but it's there enough for you to form your own opinion about this person. And when you spend the time to form your own opinion, you start to get an attachment to them.
It does feel Spielbergian in that way.
Spielbergian. Dr. Spielberg. He's the one you call Dr. Spielberg! Alright, that's gonna do it for episode 8 of Crite Night. Alright, if you like what you saw, then that's good. And we'll catch you here next week on The Critters Revenge of the Night. Bye. We're terrible.